It's finally returned after so many years. College football. Well, does this count as a return or technically the start of a new game? Because this is called college football, not NCAA. Because wasn't it called just NCAA? I don't know. Let's see. NCAA football games. So I know obviously they had to change it, the name, because yeah, it's NCAA football. So why'd they have to? I know like copyright was the reason why the game ended. I think I never read up super crazy on it. I just was too sad that the game ended. Why'd they change it to college football though? Because it's still clearly gonna have NCAA shit in it. Let's see Wikipedia. I'm sure Wikipedia will have an answer. I should have done this before watching the trailer, but oops. Let's just see. Oh, licensing contract. Gotcha. 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 Okay, I get it. So contract only covers NCAA and related logos, but not the individual schools and conferences. So like, there's different things you got to deal with. But now, now they're coming out with a banger, and it says because of the enormous undertaking of creating the game from scratch. I haven't looked at the game yet, hoping that it's not mid, obviously, because these days people just kind of, especially with sports games, it's kind of like they realize that people will buy it no matter what, so they kind of just don't give a fuck. Hopefully, this is not the exception, or not the rule, but the exception. And yeah, let's see. Game engine footage. Not all images appear in game. Even if the game's ass, like low key, I'm be too hyped to care, man. At least for like the first week or so, it should be hella fun. This trailer has got me hyped, and I haven't even seen actual gameplay. Oh,
game stuff and throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players live for.
you know what's also hit different? Maybe because when I was playing this game, like I was still in school, like middle school, and then like going into, well, I wasn't really going into high school, but the vibes of like, because the last game was like 2013 or something, so I was definitely still in middle school. I think I was like in the start of middle school, but they always had like the college band music and shit. That shit is so lit. You don't get that in Madden, obviously, because it's like normal music that you'd hear everywhere. But that shit just hits so hard with football, and you get that in the NCAA shit. Oh man, I fucking bro RG3, man. I was the biggest RG3 glazer as a kid because of NCAA. I like look at this shit. I didn't even watch him in the NFL like that because I was a fucking child who didn't really know everything. But look what I fucking have. I found it at Ross and I was so hyped. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I have it. Look at this shit, bro. I'll be honest. Younger me, middle school me, didn't even know this motherfucker's on the Redskins. I just knew about him in college. But I found this jersey, and also at the time I didn't realize that he got I looked into it and I was like, oh shit, he got hurt. He kind of not fell off because like it's obviously not his fault, but obviously he wasn't as good as he could have been. Kind of a D Rose situation, but I was so hyped getting this. I'd like worn it twice in my whole life, but just having it kind of makes me happy. It reminds me of better days. Because that game was my fucking game, man. Ow! And I just hit myself. But yeah, let's keep going. Sorry. But something about college football, man, it's just got vibes. I think what makes college sports so fun is probably the same reason why like high school sports is so interesting, because any sport where you only get this team for a certain amount of time, like yes, in professional sports people move and stuff all the time and all this, but you can control that for the most part. Outside of free agency, you choose who comes into your team. It's not based off location, although in college, sure, yeah, you can pick who comes to your team in terms of recruiting, but like outside of that, it's like this many years max and they're moving on. They have to move on. At least in professionals, they get the luxury of staying if they want, if both sides want, and you don't lose them for nothing most of the time because you can always trade and shit. But like in this, it's like you have to make the most of the time with them, or else you literally get nothing in return. So it's very interesting especially with, you know, a lot of the quarterbacks, or like not a lot of the quarterbacks, but, you know, like the big quarterbacks each season mainly being like one and dones. This year was very fun. Washington was so fun to watch. It really is just that school spirit, huh? I don't even go to any of these schools and I got school spirit. I will admit, when I was a kid, another random thing, I know it has nothing to do with the trailer, but when I was first getting into this shit, I don't remember what year it was. What year did Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston go against each other? Because my oldest brother was really into Oregon, so I got really into Oregon, and this is probably around the same time as me getting into the NCAA games. It's kind of around the same time I was getting more into football in general anyways. But fuck, it's so weird seeing Duke for football. I'm so used to seeing them for basketball. And yeah, I was a pretty big Oregon Glazer, but that year was so fun seeing that matchup. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Marcus Mariota College Heisman voting first in 2014, and then he obviously got drafted in 2015. So that must have been the year after NCAA 13 came out. I don't know if I played the game when it came out or a little bit after, but seems tracks around the right time, as my story was. I know this isn't game footage, but I don't care. Still hype. I'm just glad the game exists. Like, that's honestly more than I ever expected. I thought the shit was never coming back. Oh, they gotta show them wearing the chain of Florida. The Ducks! Look, nowadays, like, just because I was raised this way, like, because Oregon Ducks was a weird exception because, like I said, getting into college football through my brother, I liked them when I was a kid, but now it's not like I really care about them, nor do I keep up with college stuff that much. But I do kind of feel like if I have to pick anything, it'd be like UCLA, just because that LA shit. Like I was raised to go for everything LA. You know, Lakers, Dodgers, obviously. Raiders was another exception because we didn't have an LA team until recently with the Rams. So now I go for the Rams because I don't want to go for a team in Las Vegas, and the Rams were originally in LA, so it feels right. And I don't know though, because it's like my family doesn't have a history of rooting for UCLA or anything. It's just the big three sports that, you know, not soccer, but my dad doesn't watch soccer or anything, so I didn't get raised on it. Although I was talking to my friend and he was like, go for LAFC because Galaxy is washed. I don't remember exactly what he said. I think it was that, not the other way around. So I guess LAFC and the LA Kings. I just really like LA teams as well in general. Like I said, LA Kings. I don't watch hockey. I want to get into it, but their jerseys are so fucking clean. For that alone, I don't mind just sticking with the LA Kings. Sparks are cool. Going for the Fever, though, low-key, because Caitlin Clark, I'm sorry, another exception. I would not be watching WNBA unless Caitlin Clark opened my eyes, so I have to go for Indiana Fever. But, you know, for college, I'm just kind of existing, man. I'm not dick riding any team. Ah! College basketball game when? I wonder if they've ever talked about that. I'm sure someone's tried. Oh shit, wait, they used to have them. What the fuck? I know this now. Like, it's reminding me, but like, it's been so fucking long. 2008, 2007. That's cool though. March Madness, college hoops, NCAA. Damn. Let me guess. Stop for the same reason. Discontinued in 2010. So that was earlier than this. I wonder why. Oh. No. So amateur rules of collegiate sports overruled any claim that athletes had towards competition. based on the likeness, licensing, litigation. Sorry, I'm tired. But man, yeah, those rules are crazy considering like how much money. This is how I always thought, even before the NIL shit. And I'm happy that NIL. I can't even speak today. NIL shit is going on because like they deserve the money if the fucking colleges are making bank off them. If the ESPN and all that shit's televising the games, and like if there is so much money being generated from the players, let them make the fucking money too. That's how I always thought, even though when I was like a kid. So I'm not mad at them making the money, but it would be cool to get a college basketball game, man. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a wonderful day. Sorry for all the yapping, but at the same time, it is what it is. Hope you guys have a wonderful day though. Peace.